Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Corpo. So I've been watching a lot of road to, certain net worth videos like road to 10K, road to 100K, road to a million. A lot of really young people, super far ahead in their journey. And honestly, like I really admire them and one for putting it out there. And I really just wish I had the habits that I have now back when I was their age. And so they've really inspired me to make a series myself and track my own journey. So this will be episode one of my long-term journey to a net worth of $1 million. So for context, I'm in my late 30s. I work at a small cap tech company, and I do anticipate this being a long journey. I love personal finance, but I do a lot of things that conventional finance wisdom says to not do. I eat out too much. I buy a lot of material things, a lot of tech, go on vacations. I think this might be an expensive year or two, just in terms of some life stuff happening, but we'll track it as the year goes on. So, point being, there's a lot of smart people and more disciplined channels out there. Out there. So, um, before we start updating, I did make this sheet back on January 2nd before I started this YouTube channel. I have it in another window here that I'm looking at that I'll be able to plug the numbers in. And going forward, I'll be updating this series hopefully between the 2nd and the 4th of each month. Um, so let's get into it. I have two checking accounts, one that's more discretionary in nature and one for bills and recurring life expenses. Both are way too high, and I have deployed a lot of cash since I've recorded this video, but for now, the first checking account when I originally recorded this came in at $21,654.81. And then the second checking account came in at $7,091.49. So I would say way too much cash. I don't typically hold this month, sorry, not this much. Um, I sold a lot of assets in December for tax harvesting, building a tax fund. I have not moved around some of it when I originally recorded these numbers. I also own a rental property and have experienced times where it's gone unrented for months. I'm a bit paranoid, but I mean, honestly, it's like the the mental peace and like that psychological safety, I guess, that let me change this font here, um, that I get from holding this much, but typically will not have this much. Um, the third thing that I have is my tax fund. Um, that is currently at $20,138.53. Not sure how much I'll owe on taxes this year, but this is kind of like a tax fund and an emergency fund. I've been laid off before, and even I feel like I have a pretty good network, and I was a fairly aggressive job hunter. It still took me a few months to land on my feet. So all my assets are fairly liquid. So if I end up spending this all on taxes and zero it out, I can use my cash or sell stocks or sell crypto. I like to build it up throughout the year and just hold it completely separate. It's currently in a money market account on Fidelity, just so it earns like a little something. But again, a pretty highly liquid account. And if I need it, I know that it's there. Um, Last bit of cash, US dollar coin or USDC. For those unfamiliar, it's a crypto stable coin that aims to track the US dollar one to one so that you can redeem one USDC for $1. I have a whopping $6.83 here. I'm trying to remember why. I think I may have cashed out to help build a tax fund. That's probably right. So I have a cash total of about $48,891.66. Um, Again, a lot of it was deployed between the 2nd of January and now, but it's still going to remain kind of high just for the optionality for buying dips and having that psychological and mental peace. Um, Brokerage account. I dollar cost average into all my investments every week. I hold a significant portion of my net worth in crypto. I am being intentional and I've been executing a strategy to trim my holdings while still being long crypto. But I'm really looking to build up my traditional stock portfolio for more stability and I would say survivability in bad markets. So in the taxable brokerage, I have $183,349.02. This is mainly in um, ETFs, and then also a lot of Coinbase stock, the majority of which I acquired during 2022, 2021, 2023. So it is up quite a bit. I do feel I have enough exposure to crypto through Bitcoin, and so will be trimming Coinbase to bolster some boring ETFs. I mainly hold VTI and SCHD. But I'm also considering investing in individual stocks, which I view as durable businesses like Costco, Waste Management. I feel like no matter what happens with technology and AI, people are going to go to Costco, and garbage is also a durable business. So, um, crypto, again, irresponsibly high. I had $299,769.77. Um, I've been in crypto. I would say I started investing in late 2017 when there was a lot of hype. Obviously, made a lot of mistakes, learned a lot of lessons, but I DCA'd through what people call like crypto winter. So, like 2018, 2019, and obviously 2020 was like a good year. And then 2021 as well. And then kind of imploded in like 2022, but I still continue to DCA throughout that time. Um, and it's been doing quite well for me. Um, my strategy here is to not sell Bitcoin, but sell and trim Ethereum. I do think Bitcoin will pull back and will be in this crypto winter in the second half of this year. Probably be around 60 to 80,000 if I had to guess, if history is any kind of indicator. And again, that is why I do like holding a lot of cash just for the optionality. When things go bad, I don't feel the need to sell anything. I actually feel the urge to buy things, and I have cash, ready to deploy. My retirement accounts have actually been really bad about contributing and maximizing these accounts. I would guarantee all my retirement accounts are either low or at least like well below average for people that have been working as long as me. So I'm at 196,566.21 cents. I tend to only match my 401k up to the company match, and I definitely haven't been consistent with my Roth. Uh, I do have the fortune of being able to, I guess, like not qualify for a Roth traditionally. So I use a backdoor Roth method. Max out a regular IRA, convert it the next day to a Roth, and you pay taxes on whatever you gained in that one day that passed. But I haven't contributed to the Roth at all in some years, and I've definitely, I would not be surprised if I've probably missed out on like six figures of gains here when it comes to retirement accounts. Um, my 401k, it's like target retirement funds, um, some stocks from the previous companies I worked at, they have favorable 401k setups. And then in my Roth, I really only hold one thing, and that's the index fund tracking the S&P. I believe the ticker is like FX AIX. So, uh, as for why I don't have this as high as it should be, um, I would say in my head, I don't like the idea of having to wait so long for my money, and I feel restricted. It's probably a stupid mindset. So, I have some work to do here, and I'm actually considering increasing my 401k contribution and potentially using my entire paycheck until I max it out, and then living off some of the cash that I have and the assets that I have. So, total assets just over 700,000, quite a ways away from a million, especially if we don't have a good year financially in crypto, since it carries such a high weight of my portfolio. Um, Liabilities, I use a firm for some things recently. I use their 0% interest plans every now and then. I don't have a car loan. I say that because I do love cars, and I may take out a car loan or lease a car in the future. Again, it kind of goes against conventional wisdom, but I just want to be transparent in terms of bad decisions. So I have $1,186.80 on this payment plan. Um, well, actually, it's negative. There you go. Uh, this grand total looks wrong to me, actually. Oh, no, it's right. So that's where we're at on the grand total. So in terms of cash, let's see. Percent cash, I'll divide it by grand total. 6.7% in cash. Oof. Stocks. 25% in stocks. Where are we at in crypto? I'm just doing 41%, Jesus. And then retirement. Yeah, it's probably not a good thing when your crypto allocation is higher than your retirement, but that's where we're at. It's a long journey, that's for sure. I will say, I remember the days where this portfolio was like $20,000, $30,000, and so all that, all that talk about compound interest and how it adds up, I would certainly say it's right. It's actually quite incredible how it seems to grow over time. But anyway, I found this to be interesting. The track it. Again, I'm going to update this in February. There's been a lot of changes since I've recorded these numbers. And honestly, I would encourage anyone who enjoys finance to like not only track their own progress, but also track I started all this kind of tracking exercises when I started tracking my bills. It's kind of scary to see where all your money goes, but I think it's a good exercise to do at least once, so you're aware. Um, anyway, I appreciate anyone who stuck around. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Thanks for watching. So until next time, take care, and just remember to enjoy the journey. Thanks.